Welcome to CyberCEO, wherein we talk about how our cyberbackers helped our cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. CyberCEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. All right, another wonderful day here at Cyberbacker. We're back with another episode of CyberCEO. My name is 𝗙𝗹𝗹𝗶𝗹. I'm your host. And of course, we have a special guest on the show today. Melinda, how are you doing today?
Doing great. Thank you.
All right, perfect. Thank you very much for being on the show. We really, really appreciate your time. So, if it's okay, Melinda, if it's fine, as I mentioned, can you please introduce yourself to our listeners? Of course, just for them to be able to get to know you a bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. I work with the 𝗙𝗷𝗍 real estate team, Adam 𝗙𝗷𝗍, here in Springfield, Missouri, and been here a little over 5 years. And I'm the director of operations. We are a team of about 20, and we will close about 650 homes this year with families and clients that we work with. And then we have branched out and started expansion and have currently 3 locations with 5 agents so far. So it's always busy, and I love every minute of it.
Wow, that's awesome. Always busy and love every minute about it. Of course, that's a kind of mindset that our growth-minded cyber CEOs all will have. Now, Melinda, I believe you have your own cyberbacker supporting you in your business. Am I correct?
Correct, yes.
Yes. How long have you been working with your own cyberbacker?
Just almost a year, I think. Georgia, maybe not quite a year, but for sure started this year. And she's been really invaluable to our team. She really jumps in and helps our admin team process contracts. I mean, the volume of contracts that we do, and then with our expansion as well, she's really valuable to help us just keep all the little tasks and some of the bigger tasks and timelines put on calendars and update spreadsheets. And so we track everything, and she's really key to helping get that all taken care of.
Of course, of course. Now, I know you mentioned that it's gonna be maybe in a year already, going a year with relationship with Cyberbacker, right?
Not quite, yeah. I think it was, I don't know, February or March that we started with Georgia, and she's been great. So not quite a year, I guess.
But what can you tell me about Georgia? How's the interaction every day? What are the things that she does with you and your business?
She is, she's great to interact with, whether you text, call, or Zoom. We always want to make sure she is treated as part of our team so that she knows that she can call and check in and ask questions anytime. I would say there was a little bit of not a learning curve, but a learning curve for the whole team to get used to leverage for them. And our admin team, they're very hands-on, they're very much into the details. So some of them letting go of those details and trusting Georgia to handle them took us a little bit of time to build, but she won that over and took good care of them. And so she really does do all the beginning parts of processing the contract for our buy side, list side, and now expansion. And then she is also doing like the close end. She does some stuff for our director of lead gen, so some database entry and tagging and different things and cleanup. And then for me, sometimes I'll have her do special projects of, just spreadsheets or tracking things or cleaning things up to make sure we don't have duplicates within our tracking system.
Oh, so that means that she's already almost everywhere in the business. Is there anything that you need done?
I actually am going to look for a second person to just help assist me. So it is something we're going to be looking for as our business has grown. My plates are getting full, and so I'm just going to start looking for someone to help me as well.
Oh, that's very, very exciting. Creating your own cyberbacker team over there as well. That's nice. Now, since you mentioned that she's been doing a lot, what I'd like to know is how much time has she saved you and your team?
I mean, we normally put anywhere from 15 to 30 homes under contract each week. So if you think about processing each one of those, the initial parts probably take an hour, hour and a half per contract.
Mm-hmm.
And so I mean, I would say she's definitely saving our admin team. It was coming down to whether we were ready to add another person to
Mm-hmm.
our team to give them leverage or hire Georgia. So, and we all chose to go with Georgia. But I would say, I mean, she definitely utilizes the 40 hours and saves us that each week for sure.
Wow, imagine another extra set of hands doing 40 hours of work for you and your team, of course, for the benefit and the growth of the business. Now, you already mentioned earlier about a few things that Georgia is doing for your team, but my next question is, what are some of the things that you're considering having her do in the future? Because this type of role could really grow in the next few weeks and the months to come, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I do a check-in with her just to
Mm-hmm.
see how she's doing. Are the things that we're asking her to do, is it enough, too much, just right? Just to see if she has room for more capacity. Because, I mean, there's always little things that we could pass to
Mm-hmm.
her if she does. So, sometimes just making sure to answer any questions she has. But yeah, as we grow, I mean, we could use help with marketing, help our marketing director with different content building or social media platforms, and just helping me with different things, whether it's checking emails and forwarding them to the correct person
Mm-hmm.
that's going to take care of it. But there's definitely room for more growth for Georgia. She's been really great to work with.
Of course, I know she must be very excited. Again, that's going to be growth for her. That means growth for you and your business as well. Now, my next question is a bit tough. All relationships could start rocky, or there could be, let's say, mistakes in between, right? Now, have there been any challenges working with Cyberbacker?
There's always a learning curve,
Mhm.
and anytime you bring on a new, they're going to fail forward and they're going to make mistakes, and you have to know that going into it. Like, just one, they're trying to learn everything that you're needing them to do, and two, we move really fast, so we're moving pretty quick. So there were mistakes. I mean, Georgia isn't perfect, she's human, and so we all make mistakes. And I think you have to just understand that, and you have to do just like career visioning teaches us, it's we do teach them how to do it and then they do it.
Mhm.
So you've got to make sure you're doing those steps, because you can't expect someone to just be a mind reader, and you definitely have to set up systems and training for them, and then encourage them and empower them to ask questions, because if they don't ask questions, they're not going to learn. And you have to also, when the mistake is made, you have to say, hey, this is what was done, this is how we fix it. And I know at the beginning when we started with Georgia, there were a lot of mistakes, and that's just normal. Like, no matter if we hired someone in our office, I do think sometimes the learning curve for doing it virtual can be
Mhm.
tougher. So you really have to invest in training and spending time with that person to get them fully up to speed.
I totally agree with you what we mentioned earlier, failing forward. But a follow-up question to that first one. How did your cyberbacker overcome that? Come that? What did she do to become better?
She just would dig in, and she would ask questions like, so how did I how did I make that mistake? And there's, so every contract's different, every client's different, we have multiple agents on the team, so splits are different. And just digging into knowing and understanding, and it also helped us make sure we saw any gaps
Mhm.
in training or systems that we had. So that's really important too. Like, is there a gap in how can we make sure that information is easy attainable for her or whoever is in that position? But a lot of it is just communication. We've got to communicate and ask questions and answer questions, be able to
Mhm.
um, give her the information she needs, or she can't move forward with whatever that task is.
as you mentioned, yes, this is a relationship, a two-way relationship, right? From our
Yes,
cyberbackers to our cyber CEOs and vice versa. Now,
absolutely.
one last question for you, Melinda. There are a lot of business owners right now listening, and they need advice because they don't really believe in the idea of having a cyberbacker yet or virtual leverage. What advice would you be able to give them?
It is not always it's a little scary. You don't know what to expect, but if you're going to do a partnership with a virtual assistant, definitely treat them just like you would anyone else. Treat them as part of the team. Make sure you give them the same communication, include them in on stuff. Because they need to feel your culture. They need to also know they're a part of your team and that they're helping you move your business forward. And I think that's really vital to anyone's self-worth or anyone's value, showing up to work every day. So I definitely think that's really important, and just definitely confronting things, do the expectation dialogue, meeting with them, and make sure you know how to communicate with them. We've had some, just normal communication, like learning curves, but otherwise, I love Georgia's attitude. She's always willing to take care of whatever we need and make it right and make it better. And I love that she asks questions, because if you don't empower them to ask questions, anyone that you work with, then they're not going to always speak up, and you've got to empower them to speak up so that the business keeps moving forward.
Of course, I love what you mentioned there that you need to make them feel that they are part of the team, and I think that would open up the door to them asking questions, confirming things, making
Absolutely.
sure, right? Now,
Absolutely.
we've been talking about Georgia a lot for now, but what I'd like to know, if I know she would be listening, would you want to give her a quick shout out on the show?
Yes, we love you, Georgia. Thank you for all your help and all you do for us, and just checking in with us to see, what else you can do and how you can help us. So we appreciate that so much.
We are very excited to see where your partnership with Georgia would be the next few months in the years to come. Melinda, thank you very much for being on the show today.
Absolutely. Have a great day.
Have a great day. Take care.
Thank you for listening to our daily dose of Cyber CEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.